Cutting wood. Maximizing the amount of usable lumber from every log is a critical skill for any woodworker or sawyer. This process, known as optimizing lumber yield, is both an art and a science, blending a deep understanding of wood grain with precise sawing techniques. It's not just about cutting logs into boards. It's about making strategic decisions to get the most value and the highest quality material from each piece of timber. Wasted wood means lost profit and squandered natural resources. So mastering these techniques is essential for both economic efficiency and environmental sustainability. A well-sawn log can produce beautiful, stable, and valuable boards, while a poorly sawn one can result in warped, cracked, and less useful pieces. The key lies in carefully reading the log before the first cut is ever made, identifying its unique characteristics, and planning the sawing pattern accordingly. The first and most crucial step in optimizing yield is a thorough inspection of the log. Before it ever meets the blade, you must assess its shape, size, and any visible defects. Look for knots, cracks, sweep a gentle curve, or crook a sharp bend. These features will dictate the best way to orient the log on the sawmill. For instance, placing a log with a significant sweep with the belly, or curve facing down or up, can help you saw straighter boards by working around the curve. Taper, the natural decrease in diameter from the butt to the top of the log, also needs to be managed. Many sawmills have features to level the log, compensating for the taper and allowing for more parallel full-width boards instead of tapered ones. Identifying and isolating low-quality sections, like areas with rot or excessive knots, allows you to cut them away first, leaving a more uniform and higher quality cant to work with for the rest of the sawing process. This initial assessment sets the stage for every subsequent cut and is the foundation of high-yield milling. Once the log is assessed and positioned, selecting the right sawing pattern is the next critical decision. There are several primary methods, each with its own advantages for yield and lumber quality. The most common method is live sawing, also known as through-on-through sawing. This involves making a series of parallel cuts straight through the log. It is the fastest and simplest method, producing wide planks with a beautiful mix of grain patterns, including flat-sawn, rift-sawn, and quarter-sawn boards, all in one log. However, the resulting boards, especially the flat-sawn ones, can be prone to cupping and warping as they dry. For higher stability and more consistent grain, many sawyers prefer grade sawing. This involves turning the log multiple times, usually 90 degrees, to box the heart or isolate the central lower quality pith. You saw boards off one face, turn the log, saw boards off the next face, and so on. This technique allows you to evaluate the quality of the wood as each face is opened up, enabling you to cut for the highest grade lumber possible from the outer, clearer sections of the log. While more time-consuming than live sawing, grade sawing typically yields a higher percentage of valuable defect-free boards. For species like white oak, where the ray flex of quarter-sawn lumber are highly prized, a specific quarter sawing technique is employed. This involves cutting the log into quarters first, and then sawing each quarter radially, which maximizes the number of boards with the desirable vertical grain. This method is the most complex and produces more waste, but the resulting lumber is extremely stable and commands a premium price. Beyond the major sawing patterns, consistent technique and attention to detail during the cutting process are vital. The thickness of the blade, known as the kerf, directly impacts yield. Thinner blades remove less wood with each pass, meaning more of the log ends up as usable lumber rather than sawdust. Even a small reduction in kerf can add up to an extra board or two from a large log. Maintaining a sharp, properly set blade is also non-negotiable. A dull or improperly aligned blade will wander, creating wavy cuts and boards with inconsistent thickness, which then require more planing to flatten, further reducing the final yield. Finally, a skilled sawyer must be adaptable. No two logs are the same, and the initial plan may need to change as new information is revealed. Hidden defects like internal rot or tension might appear after the first few cuts. Being able to reassess the log and adjust the cutting strategy mid-process is the mark of an experienced professional. By combining a careful initial assessment with the right sawing pattern and meticulous technique, a sawyer can transform a raw log into the maximum possible volume of beautiful, high-quality lumber, honoring the resource and maximizing its potential. Cutting wood.